Well, we are down now to the Final Four, and one of those drivers in the Final Four is Gary Porter.
All right, Gary, you're sitting here with the TNT official. Who are you going to be going against this next round?
I think I drew King Crunch, in the semifinals. He won, his heat, and I won mine, so I'll be pairing up with King Crunch.
Okay, just give me the rest of the pair off. Who else staying alive in this thing?
So Wild Hair and USA 1 another semifinal matchup.
Who's going to win it tonight?
Carolina Crusher.
That says it all from down here, folks.
A definitive answer as you ask Gary Porter. He says he will win it in the yellow Carolina Crusher, but he will wait first and see what happens in this first matchup with Wild Hair and USA 1. Keep in mind that Wild Hair was actually defeated in the first round, but with the breakage rule, he came back from the second round because of breakage, and now he's in the Final Four as we look at Steve Wilke in USA 1. Another one that came back from a first round.
I'll tell you something about Steve Wilke. The further he goes into a field, the more psyched he gets. I mean, he's going to be tougher to beat every round he makes it through. Look at this. He is driving like a wild man. He's driving possessed. He doesn't worry about that short shutdown area. Now he's worrying about it.
Well, he got the whole shot and actually hits that car down there that is parked for a buffer. Actually gets that car, but he takes the victory. USA 1 that lost in the first round because of the breakage rule came back and finds himself in the championship here at the Flemington Speedway. Steve Wilke and USA 1 knocks out the Wild Hair and Marvin Smith.
Steve Wilke, it's not old news. You've been here before, but it's been a while. It's final time. You're going to be one of two.
Yeah, I mean, True Value Chevrolet, she's been running pretty good tonight. Track's a little greasy. She's coming around in the mid-range, but I've been able to make enough power in the top end to walk away. If I can keep it fairly straight coming off the top end, or the first stack there on the top end, I think I can beat him.
So Steve Wilke will watch Scott Stevens and Gary Porter to see who he takes on for the championship here in Flemington. There's a look at the Carolina Crusher. He said earlier he will win. Here is Scott Stevens. We have a radio hookup. Let's listen to Army Armstrong talk to Scott Stevens.
Scott, will the Carolina Crusher let you take your time to pick your lane where you want it?
Yeah, about this time, me and Porter, we're just ready to race. He's got the advantage right now. I'm in the bad lane, and it's going to be a good race. And, I just wish I was over there where he's at.
You see what they're calling the hole from where you're sitting right now. Can the driver actually see the hole you're trying to miss?
Yeah, I'm actually starting off about a foot to the left. That way I'm anticipating the truck to go right just a little.
All right, there's the pre-race strategy. They stage, the green light is on. The right to meet USA for the championship. Let's watch it. Almost a photo finish. Who won? We couldn't tell from up here. A photo finish.
You win that one?
I believe so.
Kevin Ford, the crew chief, talking to Scott Stevens.
Who won?
They got a replay coming out. We'll let you know as soon as we hear, Scott.
Well, we look again as Scott Stevens asking who won. He could not tell from the cockpit. A photo finish. And from there, it looks like Scott Stevens may have won.
Did we win? Yeah. King Crunch is going to kick some tail in Flemington, New Jersey.
So Scott has just been told he has won. There's Gary Porter with official Tracy Smart looking at the video again. Now he realizes he lost. And here is Scott Stevens with Army.
Okay, let's talk about the track specifically. Lane choice. Who's going to get it in this round?
I'm not even for sure. It looks like it don't matter right now. I can run in either lane. I kind of watched everybody all night. I knew that they were bouncing to the right. Like I told you, I started off a foot to the left. Truck went to the right just like I figured it would. It was a good straight pass. We've been having steering problems the whole month of June. Did a few changes. We're still not right, but we're getting there. Truck's going to be back.
Steve Wilke checking out the competition in the camcorder. We're coming back for the championship. Gary Lee and Army Armstrong back here in New Jersey, where by day they bale the hay. But when the work is over by night, we go racing at the Flemington Speedway. The Monster Trucks out here in the infield. We are ready for the championship shootout with the USA 1 and King Crunch. There is Steve Wilke in USA 1. Now, Steve was a loser in round 1, but by the breakage rule, he continued on, and here he is in the championship bout. And his competition, the Auto Value King Crunch. And here's Army with Scott on the radio.
Scott, this is Army Armstrong. It's final time. We know you're putting the kill box in. He's going to the right lane. You're in the left lane. Who's going to go to the winner's lane?
This auto value special is going to be there tonight.
Well, Steve Wilke has lane choice, but he chooses the right lane. I find that very unusual, Army.
At this point in time, it's a mind game as well as a monster truck game. And he's showing Stevens he's not afraid of him one bit. Matter of fact, Stevens is backing off the start line, trying to make Wilke think about what he's doing. Both of these guys like to drive it out the back door. You're going to see a top-end charge here that's going to look like, I don't know what.
They're both staged. There's the green light. The championship here in Flemington. It's USA 1. USA 1, Steve Wilke takes the victory. Climb on the brakes. Look out, Steve. Through the car and through the fence. Steve Wilke, much to the delight of the fans, takes the victory here in Flemington.
On the other lane, Stevens went into the far end of the track, too. They both literally, what we call, drove them out the back door.
So Steve Wilke in USA 1 climbs out. The helmet is off. He is victorious. A nice reception from the fans. Let's look again.
This was a real good, clean run. Both trucks make good shots. Now, here's the final when they pull the trigger.
And Wilke takes the victory. There's the junk car. There it goes. There goes the fencing. And Wilke takes the victory. One more look here. The final championship run in Flemington, New Jersey.
Wilke took some weird bounces off that first jump, but that didn't slow him down one bit, did it, Gary?
Congratulations to Steve Wilke. That wraps it up in Flemington. For Army Armstrong, I'm Gary Lee. We'll see you next week on Trucks and Tractor Power.